Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So this is MiaSanMiaTV and we have just beaten Leverkusen 2-1. Finally a win. Finally a win. I mean, saying that, we haven't won in 2 games. We've lost the last 2 games, so it's not been that long. But it feels good. It really feels good winning against Leverkusen. You know why? Because Leverkusen is the one team I don't like to lose against. Because they're the team that everyone can make jokes about. They're the team that everyone will laugh about. But no offense against any Leverkusen fans, but that's just the way it is, right? Everyone laughs at Leverkusen. So if we were to lose again, if we would have lost against Leverkusen today, I couldn't laugh at them until we actually beat them, and so that I couldn't live with that. Yeah, I couldn't live with that. So I really needed a win today. I really needed us to win to keep the pressure up on Leverkusen. Sorry, to keep the pressure up on Leipzig. Wow. And so I can laugh at Leverkusen. So right now we've beaten them, so I can laugh. I can smile. My smile is back on my face. Why so serious? But wow, this has honestly been a good game. This has honestly been a good game. You know what? Because we might have not been as great and whatnot as we perhaps should have been, but against what we've won against Gladbach, and now we've won against Leverkusen. Now, 2 teams that have honestly they've struggled. Right, let's be realistic here. They struggled throughout the season, but we have still beaten them, and that's what counts in the end. Because those are going to be the teams that are going to be there, at the end of the season. So we really need to beat those teams just to kind of set ourselves apart from them, and that's what we've done right now. Yeah, obviously Leipzig is still ahead right now, but it's good that we're keeping up with them, and good that we're beating the teams that will potentially be at up there by the end of the season. For Leverkusen, on the other hand, Roger Smith losing a match again. They've done well in the Champions League, but they've done absolutely awful in the Bundesliga itself. So a lot of people have been saying, and a lot of people will probably say that he needs to get sacked. For me, I've always been a huge fan of Roger Smith. So for me, it's always been a case of if you sack him now, all the work that is done so far, all the work that is implemented so far, it's probably not gonna really work, and you really need you need the right person right now to really take over. So from Leverkusen's perspective, would you fire him? Would you not? I don't know. I don't know. Because they've got so many young players that, for me, looking at a team that have so many young players, and obviously it is, if you have young players, you kind of want them to be used to one system. You really want them to develop through one system. And if you obviously bring a new coach, and he's gonna have his own ideas. So I don't know. But yeah, the actual match. Let's talk about the goal before. Let's talk about the goals before I talk about the match. So the goals. First goal, Alaba. Alaba. It's all about Alaba. Why? Because he has been absolutely fantastic today. Throughout the whole game, he has been absolutely fantastic. And it's good to see, because I actually made a video about Alaba. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Because I made like my video on Thomas Muller, how I think that he's mentally not unstable, but he's mentally not in the right mind to score. And I made a video yesterday about Alaba and how I feel that him playing as a centre back has really stopped him caring about the defensive duty, which doesn't make that much sense. But when I upload the video, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, it was really good to see Alaba doing well offensively, but also defensively. I really like seeing that, because obviously he's been a player that's also been struggling lately, so it was really nice seeing that. But he was essentially the catalyst for our first goal, because he gets the ball, whips in a beautiful crossing. Nobody gets it except Kimmich. Kimmich gives it back to Lahm. Lahm takes a shot at Leno. Leno saves. Thiago heads it in. 1-0. 1-0. Beautiful goal, honestly. I would have preferred if someone actually got to the end of the cross. That's just my thoughts though. But I'm not gonna complain, because Thiago scoring, Thiago isn't really a player that is going to score many goals. I think he's already got the same tally that he had last season, and it's just crazy because you expect him to score more, but he doesn't, and it's just the way it is. Like, for someone with such an excellent technique, someone that is so good on the ball, you just expect him to, every time he gets the chance to shoot, you just expect him to place in the top right corner. But that's not the case with him. So does he have to be a bit more greedy? Maybe, but it's nice seeing him score. Then Leverkusen score in what I would just call a disaster. I'm just going to leave it at that. I just think it was a total disaster, that goal. Why? Because, first of all, Lahm didn't track his run. I think it was Javi didn't track his man the second time. because it was like 2-1-2s, and then Alonso doesn't track his man either. So you have 3 times players not tracking their man, and that really just says a lot. You know, it wasn't so much an individual, although I thought Lahm was probably the player that was most at fault, just because he didn't track his man right from the beginning, and that's obviously what he's supposed to do. Kimmich also kind of a fault because he didn't really follow his man, and he was the one that was playing the right back today. So a lot of players at fault for that goal. But in terms of, from a Leverkusen perspective, that was a brilliant goal because it were like 3-1-2s or 2-1-2s, and it just looked beautiful. That's all I'm gonna say. It just looked beautiful. So from their perspective, obviously you'd be happy, but we weren't gonna let it be 1-1. Yes, it was gonna be 2-1. Hummels scoring from a header. I think that's all there really needs to be said. Because there's not that much that you can talk about with a header. You know, ball comes in, he heads it, goal. But the big talking point of this match, I think the one thing that everyone's going to talk about is the Javi getting his hand to the ball when I think it was Kevin Volland. When he tried to head it in, Neuer totally left out of position, and obviously Javi did a Maradona. Javi did a Maradona there. That's just the way it is. You know, he did a Maradona. He pulled it off. The referee didn't notice. He handballed the ball away from the goal. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not complaining. Why would I be complaining? He did the right thing in that decision, in my opinion. Would you not have done that? I would have. You know. So yeah, Javi, well done. Just for that, you played a good game. But just for that, props. Just for that, props. But yeah, Leverkusen, they had a few chances, but most of the time they really fell to Çalhanoğlu, and he just took shots. And he didn't score the first 10, and he wasn't going to score the last 10 shots that he had, because he took like 20 or 30 shots or so, all from the outside the box, and you're not going to beat Neuer from there. Not that many times. Rarely, yes, but not that many times. So he had about 20 shots from outside the box. They didn't really go anywhere. But he was really, to be totally honest, he was really Leverkusen's only outlet, because every time they did get into dangerous position, he would get the ball and he would shoot. So it kind of squandered that chance, which was kind of good for us, you know. But whereas with us, we had a lot more chances, but most of them really came from the left via Costa and Alaba. Once Robin and Ribery were introduced, you know, Kimmich he got further forward a lot more. And at some points, he actually looked like a winger. You know, he just looked like a right midfielder, which was kind of funny to see. But his decision making was probably pretty awful. To be fair, Kimmich's decision making. But yeah, once Ruben and Robin got introduced, then we looked much more balanced. You know, we had threat through both sides, and it was just nice to see. You know, seeing both sides actually playing with wingers as they're supposed to, and it's just nice seeing Robbery being back. So that's just my thoughts on the match. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good match. Offensively, attacking wise, we were brilliant in my opinion. Maybe not brilliant. I maybe overestimate us right now, but we were solid. We were very, very good. Defensively, we had a few shaky moments, but overall, I thought, you know, pretty good match. Overall, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable match. I'm probably gonna watch it back a few times, just to, you know, get my proper thoughts on that. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good match, and I'm pretty satisfied. That's just me, though. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. You know, tell me what you guys think. And I'm going to leave that there just as a random question. Should Roger Smith be sacked by Leverkusen? Because like I said, they have a lot of interesting players. Tah, Brandt, you know, a lot of players that I'm kind of hoping will, you know, move. But yeah, that's just my thoughts though. That's just my thoughts. So I just don't want to see them lose a coach. I just want to see your Brandt and Tah have a coach there that where they can develop, and then, you know, move. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts, though, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, you can rate, comment, favorite, subscribe. Peace out, and have a nice day.